The Tale of the Hungry Bunnies. Once upon a sunny morning, the meadow was quiet. Usually, it was filled with the sound of munching, but today was different. Silas and Lyra looked down at the grass, but all they saw was dry, brown earth. "Where has all the clover gone?" Silas asked, his ears drooping low. Their friend Thistle came hopping over, and his tummy let out a loud rumble-grumble. Silas rubbed his own empty belly. The three bunnies had been searching since sunrise, but the meadow was completely out of snacks. "We need a plan," Thistle said, looking at an empty woven basket. Silas stood on his tiptoes and pointed far away. "Do you see that big green hill?" he asked Lyra. "My grandfather told me that the great hill stays green, even when the sun is very hot. There must be food there." Lyra nodded bravely. They decided to go on a quest. The journey was not easy. After walking for a long time, the bunnies reached a wide, rushing stream. The water was cold and blue. Lyra looked at the water and then at Thistle. "I don't think we can swim across," Thistle whispered, feeling a little bit scared of the splashing waves. "Look!" Lyra shouted, pointing to a row of gray rocks poking out of the water. "Stepping stones!" She took a big breath and hopped onto the first stone. Silas cheered from the bank, waiting for his turn. One by one, they began to wobble and leap across the cold water. On the other side of the stream, they found a surprise. A bush was covered in bright, juicy red berries. Thistle didn't wait a second. He grabbed a berry and took a big bite. Silas joined him, and soon their faces were stained with sweet red juice. It wasn't a full meal, but it gave them energy. Finally, they reached the foot of the great hill. But as they climbed, a giant, dark shadow fell over them. Lyra and Thistle froze. "Is it a monster?" Thistle whispered, hiding behind a large green fern. They watched the shadow move slowly across a flat rock. The shadow belonged to Barnaby, a very old and very kind tortoise. Silas stepped forward and cleared his throat. "Excuse me, Mr. Giant," he said. Barnaby looked down and smiled slowly. "I am no monster," Barnaby said with a deep, creaky voice. "I am just the gardener." Barnaby saw how hungry the bunnies were. "You have traveled a long way," he said. He led Lyra toward a thick wall of vines and pushed them aside with his head. "The secret garden is just behind these leaves. There is plenty for everyone," Barnaby explained kindly. The bunnies couldn't believe their eyes. The garden was filled with giant orange carrots and crisp green lettuce. Silas and Thistle began to feast, crunching and munching happily. Their quest was over, and their tummies were finally full. They had found the best snack in the world.